YouTube, today we have a special video as Noah Farrakhan is officially back and he is doing his thing on the court. This dude has been training, putting a ton of work, and we may finally actually have some insight as to where this dude will be going in the future. So let's get right into it. Now, of course, a lot of you guys know Noah Farrakhan, some of you guys don't, but honestly, in my opinion, he was one of the more popular players in high school basketball at the time. Just a few years ago, he was actually a really good player. Now, in high school, he was about 6'1", 170, top player in the class at one point in time. Now, he was actually ranked 31st and was a 5-star recruit. And man, I don't need to tell you guys, if you're ranked this highly of a player, odds are you're probably going to do pretty good in college, move forward and play very well at the next level. But a lot of you guys know his story. Things did not really work out for him as well. He ended up actually transferring to the St. Patrick's School, which is a school in New Jersey, and actually ended up committing to East Carolina. But there were definitely things that went on in his career that were definitely unexpected. He actually got D-ranked at one point and ended up actually coming out of high school as only a 3-star recruit, which was pretty interesting, and actually ranked 150th in the country. Now, that's a crazy transition here, but a lot of people have been wondering what this guy is up to, what he's really been doing with his time. Of course, he did put his name into the transfer portal after attending East Carolina. And honestly, in my opinion, things really didn't go too well for him over there. Now, one of the biggest problems, regardless of how many points he was scoring, whatever he was doing on the court, was honestly just playing time. He really didn't get that type of PT at East Carolina. And a lot of people are shocked that he didn't. Him being such a highly recruited player, of course, and you playing against people from IMG, all these other places all over the world, all over the country, and you're able to compete with them, you would think he would be able, honestly, to just come into the game and start playing and being effective on his team, but that definitely did not happen. Now, Noah Farrakhan actually has just dropped some new footage of him training, and I want you guys to take a look at it. Now, shout out to Delson Training because he is the one who actually posted this video, but look at Noah's jump shot. In my opinion, this guy has done a ton of improving on his game. His jump shot is honestly looking very smooth, handles looking smooth, and I think he's starting to gain that confidence back that he did have back in high school. A lot of people had even noticed when he actually went to East Carolina, man, one of the biggest issues was his confidence. It really just didn't seem like he was playing the same type of game that he did play in high school. And of course, that can be due to a number of things. Now, the coaching staff is definitely a huge issue, and it can be a factor here as well. If they don't really gel with your game or like the way you play, man, maybe they want you and try to force you to play a different way that would fit into their system. So that obviously can be a huge factor here as well, but we really don't know the details. But of course, he is transferring for a reason, so that may be it. Now, even though he's laying up the ball, playing, really dribbling the ball, I think he's definitely improved a ton on his game. Also, his speed and the way he's dunking. Again, he used to do that dunk in high school a ton, and you guys, honestly, you see it. I think he has improved a lot, and I think the next school that he's actually going to attend, he's going to shock a lot of people. Now, reason being is because honestly, him not playing well at East Carolina is going to give him a huge type of motivation. Whenever you don't play well, and of course, being one of the highly recruited and highly ranked players at a time in the country, I think that's just going to give him some type of fire that you just can't produce being the top guy and walking into a program. Being doubted, a lot of people talking on him, saying he was overrated, and a ton of stuff happening with his career would only increase his drive to get to the next level and of course get to the NBA. Now, it's crazy because this guy actually at one point in time had a goal of going to the 2021 NBA draft, and of course you guys know what that means. He would have been a one and done. Now, this is definitely not likely in my opinion, as of course that freshman year did not go the best for him, but he definitely still does have a ton of time to develop, grow, work on his game, and we're going to see what college he ends up going to next. Now, honestly, something that stood out about this guy's game since day one is how smooth he is on the court. And I think that's really evident in these type of videos, but it shows one that I believe, one, he's getting his confidence back, but two, he's going to make a huge comeback. Now, a huge thing that a lot of people have criticized is his jump shot. One, of course, when you're an undersized guard, you have to have a pretty good jump shot to be able to hold your own at the next level. Of course, there are people that don't and can get by with it, but of course, him being about 6'1", 6'2", you have to be able to shoot the ball. And it does look like his jump shot has improved as well, which I think is going to help him a ton at the college level at whatever school he does end up going to. Now, it even reminds me of him getting D-ranked, similar to someone like Kyrie Walker as well, because you guys remember this guy got D-ranked in addition, which was something crazy, and it makes not too much sense when you think about it. How could you be such a highly recruited player at one point and then ranked all the way to a 3-star recruit and 150th in the country? Now, of course, these rankings have a huge ton of politics in between, but we really can't worry about that, and neither can he. All he can do is really put in work on his game, and hopefully he is successful and makes it at the next level. Now, there is another fact here that a lot of people are saying about IMG, and again, I'm going to put up a disclaimer here that this is just a rumor. No one really knows, honestly, in my opinion, and I don't really want to shade light on bad things that happened, but the people are saying, and a lot of people have been putting around, that the reason Noah Farrakhan actually left IMG is because he caught doing something bad, maybe puffing a little something, which of course we have seen other players do it in the past. You guys know Bronny James and even Mikey Williams at one point. Now, if you're at IMG, of course, I'm sure they want to treat their players with the utmost respect and really want these guys to take everything that they do seriously. Now, a lot of people are saying that he got kicked out for that reason. And again, it is just a rumor, but that would be really interesting if that was the real reason that he did leave IMG and go to his local school, the St. Patrick's School in New Jersey. Now, it's no knock on the Patrick School because, of course, it is a really good program. Of course, Kyrie Irving went there at one point. And in addition to this, Jonathan Kuminga actually played alongside Noah Farrakhan at one point. And of course, you guys know Jonathan Kuminga is in the G League, about to get drafted very high, which you guys know, if you're playing with such great competition and who he's played against as well, all in the past, I think that's only going to add for a really good story and a comeback story for this guy to shock a ton of people when he actually does make it back. Now, in addition to this, a lot of people have actually been commenting on Noah Farrakhan's last name and saying this may be a point of conflict in the future, and that's the real reason why he got deranked. Now, if you guys don't know, Noah Farrakhan is actually related to Minister Farrakhan, which is a controversial public figure. Now, I'm not going to get into specific details here, but him being related is actually a huge reason why a lot of people think that his name is really getting tarnished and he doesn't have the type of looks or is really getting the type of recruiting that a lot of people thought he would, and the real reason he got deranked. Now, it's of course speculation, people are going to put things out there, but it's very interesting to see. Of course, he actually is the great grandson of Minister Farrakhan. But again, you guys are going to have to do your research into that. But it's very interesting to see and even question how a player could quote unquote maybe get sabotaged for having some type of a relation to someone else. Of course, again, rankings and this type of stuff are all politics. And again, if you don't get along with somebody specifically, man, your ranking could go down. You guys saw that with Kyrie Walker as well. I'm curious, what do you guys think about this brand new footage? How he's moving on the court? Does he look like he improved? And do you think he's actually going to make a really good impact when he does officially come back, plays college basketball? How is he going to do in the future? Make sure you let me know in the comments down below. Again, in my opinion, I think he's done a ton of growth, has clearly worked on his game, and I'm excited for this dude to finally get back on the court, show what he's made of, and man, make it to the league. That's the goal at the end of the day. But you guys let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications to get a new notification every time I upload a new video. Telling each of them out.